Hi folks, this is hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin, and so those lying, cheating Democrats who we've already proven they've said everything in the past about how when Bill Clinton was being impeached from real crimes, oh, the Republicans are going after us because they're so partisan and they're trying to attack us and they don't like our current president, blah, blah, blah. And then those same fools, those same gaggle of fools, are now doing exactly what they claimed the Republicans were doing back in the 90s. They're now doing this to Trump. They've been doing this constantly to Trump ever since Trump took office. All it's been is Donald Trump this, impeach that. That's all they've been doing. And even though this so-called farce kangaroo court trial has been going on, like they said, it doesn't matter at the end of the day what was said or what's being said. They were still going to do the impeachment anyway. So let's take a look at this video, and I'll interlude during the video. So the House Dems announce articles of impeachment. Here we go. Hopefully there won't be a commercial. You know, this is just like the liberals, just like the left. When you want the left to actually do something, they can't get working. Miss Drunk Pelosi, Gerald used to be Fat Nadler, resetting the page. Maxine, Colt 45. Colt 35, you must impeach. You must impeach. Impeach 45. When I was running for office, this woman almost got me hurt because these guys walked by going, oh, that's 45 there, that's 45 here in Durham, North Carolina. It was kind of pretty scary. So we're going to try to get this to load again. There we go.
I recall that the first order of business for members of Congress is the solemn act to take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. There's great respect and gratitude that I thank the chairs of the committees, the 6 committees who have been working to help us honor our oath of office. I also want to thank the staff of those committees and the committee members for all of their work over this period of time to help us protect and defend. I want to thank the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Mr. Nadler, chair of the Intelligence Committee,
blah, blah,
Mr.
blah.
Schiff, chair of the
Blah,
Ways
blah,
and Means
blah,
Committee,
blah, blah, blah.
Chairman, all these chairmen, Chairman Richie Neal of Massachusetts.
Hurry up, you know you got to get back to the bar. The happy hour ends in like an hour.
Engel of New York, the chair of the Financial Services Committee, Maxine Waters of California, the chair of the Committee
Look
on
at this guy, he's
Government
just staring.
Reform and
Bug-eyed.
Oversight, Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney.
Maloney baloney.
I also want to acknowledge the important work that was done by our dear and departed, may rest in peace, Elijah Cummings as chair
Aw,
of the
poor
Oversight
man.
Committee. Now,
Rest in
please,
peace,
the
Elijah
Chair
Cummings.
of the Judiciary Committee, Mr. Nadler.
Bad Batman villain.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Over the last several months, the investigative committees of the House have been
Investigative.
engaged in an impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump's efforts to solicit foreign interference in the 2020 elections. Efforts that compromised our national security and threatened the integrity of our elections. Throughout this inquiry, he has attempted to conceal the evidence from Congress and from the American people. Our president holds the ultimate public trust. When he betrays that trust and puts himself before country, he endangers the Constitution, he endangers our democracy, and he endangers our national security.
No, you do,
The
sir.
framers of the Constitution prescribed a clear remedy for presidents who so violate their oath of
Get
office.
rid of the leftists who are making
That
up
is
shit.
The power of impeachment.
Yeah, but you're wasting
Today, in service to
our
our
money.
duty to the Constitution and to our country, the House Committee on the Judiciary is introducing 2 articles of impeachment charging the President of the United States,
1
Donald J.
and
Trump,
2.
with committing high crimes and misdemeanors. The first article
What
is
movie?
for abuse of power.
Clear your
It is
nose.
an impeachable offense for the President to exercise the powers of his public office
To do his job.
in an improper
Oh my God, he's doing his job. Maybe y'all should learn. Y'all don't know what doing your jobs is.
injuring the national interest. That is exactly what President Trump did when he solicited and
Bullshit!
Ukraine to interfere in our 2020 presidential election,
Really?
thus damaging our
Really?
national security, undermining
Really?
the integrity
We've proven
of
that
the
you
election,
and the liberals and
violating
Obama
the
and
oath
Hillary
of the
did
American
that.
people.
Not Donald Trump.
These actions, moreover,
I voted for Donald
are
Trump.
consistent with President Trump's previous invitations of foreign interference in our 2016 presidential election. And when he was caught, when the House investigated and opened an impeachment inquiry, President Trump engaged in unprecedented, categorical, and indiscriminate defiance of the impeachment inquiry. This
Called,
gives rise
he
to the
doesn't
second
have
article
to
of impeachment
show you any
for
of that crap. There's no
obstruction of
crime
Congress.
against that. He went to the courts.
We see a familiar pattern in President Trump's misconduct.
Yeah, because you don't like any of it.
Who declares himself
Means he actually
above
does himself.
accountability,
No, he doesn't.
above the American
Y'all
people,
think you are.
and above Congress's power of impeachment,
Oh, whatever.
which is meant to protect against threats to our democratic institutions,
Uh-huh.
is a president who sees himself as above the law.
No, he's not, and neither are you. So you
No
keep
one,
thinking y'all are.
Not even the president is above the law. I want to recognize the great contributions of the investigative chairs, particularly Intelligence Committee
I
Chairman
like you
Adam
better when
Schiff,
your face looks fat.
Foreign Affairs Chairman Eliot Engel, Committee on Oversight and Reform's former chairman, the late Elijah
Blah,
Cummings,
blah, blah, blah,
and
blah.
its new chairwoman,
Blah, blah,
Carolyn
blah.
Maloney,
Blah, 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 blah.
Financial
Blah,
Services
blah, blah, blah,
Chairwoman
blah.
Maxine Waters,
Blah, blah. Maxine
Ways
Waters,
and
the
Means
Beach
Chairman
45.
Richard Neal,
Uh-huh.
who helped lay the
All
foundation
these idiots.
for the articles we are
Why's it always got to be
today.
7?
I also want to thank
1,
my
2,
Judiciary
3, 4,
Committee
5,
colleagues
6,
who were
7.
critical in our work to
7
hold the
idiots!
President
Ha
accountable
ha ha!
and
Count
to the
them!
drafting
1,
of
2,
these
3, 4, 5, 6,
Later
7
this
idiots!
week,
Ha ha!
The Judiciary Committee will meet to consider these articles of impeachment and to make a recommendation to the full
Going
House
to
of Representatives.
lose.
Do not take
You're
this
going to
action lightly,
lose.
for we have taken an oath to defend the Constitution.
Then do it.
And unlike President Trump, we understand that our duty, first and foremost, is to protect the Constitution.
No, you don't.
To protect the interests of the American people.
What constitution
That
do
is
you
why
have?
We must take this solemn step.
Uh-huh. God, do you believe your own bullcrap?
The democracy and are foundational to the rule of law. But the integrity of our next election is at risk from a president who has already sought foreign interference in the 2016 and 2020 elections and who consistently puts himself above country. That is why we must act now. I want to turn now to Chairman Schiff, who will explain the evidence that supports these articles and the need for us to
Shifty
act
shift.
against
It's gonna come here with the bullshift. Hi, I got bug eyes, and I want to tell you what I'm doing. It's a bunch of bullcrap.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Hi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and to my colleagues.
Hi.
Good morning. The framers of the Constitution recognized
Let me
that
give you a
someday
history
person might
lesson.
come to office who would abuse that office, betray the public trust, and undermine national security to secure foreign help in his reelection, and who would seek to abrogate the power of Congress to hold him accountable. They recognized this danger, and they prescribed a remedy, and that remedy
It's the same thing. Impeachment.
It is an extraordinary remedy, and one that I've been
that
running
we're
for election to
abusing.
recommend until the actions of President Trump gave Congress
Oh,
no
you mean
alternative.
doing his job?
We stand here today because the president's
Actions
continuing
of
abuse
President
his
Trump.
power has
What?
left us
What has he
no
done?
choice. To do nothing would make ourselves complicit
Yeah,
in
do
the
nothing.
president's abuse
You
of
done
his own
nothing.
office, the public
Nada.
trust, and our national security.
Not a zip.
The president's misconduct is as simple and as terrible as this. President Trump solicited a foreign nation, Ukraine, to publicly announce investigations into his opponent,
Who actually
faces
committed a crime.
conspiracy theory promoted by Russia to help his re-election
He actually
campaign.
committed a crime.
President Trump abused
Joe
the
Biden
power of his
committed a
office
crime.
by conditioning two official
What you
acts
did with Ukraine and Russia, you committed a
to
crime. The
the
fake
release of
documents, you
hundreds of
committed a
those
crime.
weapons and military
Russiagate was
techniques
your
investigated,
crime.
and a White House
Only the
meeting
Democrats will prosecute the Republicans for the crimes they committed.
In so doing, he undermined our national security and jeopardized
You undermined it.
of our next election, and he does so still.
No, you do.
The evidence of the president's misconduct is overwhelming and uncontested. And how could it
What
not be
evidence?
when
You
the
found
president's
nothing.
own words on July 25th?
Nothing burger.
I would like you to do us a favor, though. Lay so bare
Do the
intention
U.S. a
to
favor.
sacrifice the national security for his own.
Investigated a crime that Joe Biden did and his
When the
son
president
did.
got caught, he committed his second impeachable act: obstruction of Congress of the very ability
He went to
make sure that no
the
one is above
legislative
the law.
branch. He went
Not
to
even the President of the
judicial.
United States.
He went to the judicial branch, which is
Evidence
supposed to
has been
be
strong that President
learn your
Trump
own government.
Congress fully
Hey, Schiff,
without
learn how the government
without
works.
basis in law. If allowed to
You can't
stand
impeach
with
somebody
the
because he went to
Congress's
court
ability
to get a settlement on trying to figure out what kind of bullcrap and crap y'all are doing. He doesn't serve the pleasure of Congress.
and those who follow to be
You don't even.
free to be as
You don't even
corrupt,
agree. You don't even know what the three forms of government is, dude.
No prospect of discovery or accountability.
Idiot.
Now, some would argue, why don't you just wait?
Yeah, why don't you
just
wait?
until you get these witnesses?
Wait.
The White House refuses to produce.
2020. Why don't you concentrate on that, you idiots?
Get the documents the White House refuses to turn over. And people should understand what that argument really means. It has taken us 8 months to get a lower court ruling that Don McGahn has no absolute right to defy Congress. 8 months. For
Oh,
one court
because there's
decision.
nothing. Because there's
If it takes us
nothing.
another
You
8
found
months to get a
nothing.
second court or maybe a Supreme Court decision, people need to understand that is not the end of the process. It comes back to us and we ask questions because he no longer has absolute immunity, and then he claims something else, that his answers are privileged and we have to go back to court for another 8 or 16 months.
Because you have
The
nothing.
argument, why don't you just wait, amounts to this: why don't you just let him cheat in one more election?
He never
Why
cheated
not
in the
let him
first
cheat
election.
One more time. Why not let him have foreign help just one more time? That is
Really?
What, that argument
What
amounts
foreign
to.
help? Donald Trump never got any foreign help. Y'all haven't been able to prove it. What we've proven is that you, the lefties, have done this. The left have done this. But somehow Donald Trump has done this. That, yeah, right. Bull crap. Bull crap.
To make it so. Despite everything we have uncovered, the president's misconduct continues to this day, unapologetically and right now.
Jesus Christ, these
As
people
we
are so
saw
stupid.
when he stood on the White House lawn and he was asked, what did you want in that July 25th call? And he said the answer was a simple one. And not just a simple one on July 25th, but a simple one today, and that is he still wants Ukraine to interfere in our election to help his campaign.
What do you mean? Investigate somebody's crimes? Because as president, he should be able to do that.
Seeking to revive the same debunked conspiracy theory.
Y'all just take up for your criminal, Joe Biden.
Which gets to the final and most pernicious of the arguments that we have heard in the president's defense. That the president can do whatever he wants under Article 2, including get foreigners involved in our elections, and we should just...
How is that involved in an election? It's involved in a actual crime someone committed in the Ukraine.
Ben Franklin said we have a republic if we
Bra-
can keep it. The president
This is a
and his
farce.
men say you can't keep it, and Americans should just get over it. Americans don't get to decide American elections anymore. Not by themselves.
Not by the left standard.
For the members of Congress, this is not a question of fact because the facts are not seriously contested. It is rather a question of duty. The president's oath of office appears to mean very little to him, But the articles put forward today will give us a chance to show that we will defend the Constitution and that our
hide behind the Constitution you don't even care about. It's pretty sad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You are so sad, dude. So sad. He's locked up. So sad. Alright, so, I don't know, folks. Just, these people, I swear, I don't know what the hell in their mind. I don't know how they think that Donald Trump actually committed some kind of crime. I don't know. In their mind, in their belief somewhere, they really believe this. They have convinced themselves that somehow Donald Trump has committed some actual impeachable offense. I mean, it's pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid and sad that they actually believe the bullshit that's coming out of their mouths. I mean, really. Donald Trump's done everything to make this country better again and right again, making America great again, making America great always, keeping America wonderful and safe. He's brought jobs. He's brought better the economy. He's done everything to make this country better. It just doesn't make any sense. And as the article continues, House Democrats on Tuesday introduced 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump, alleging abuse of power and obstruction of Congress regarding his actions with Ukraine, touching off a rapid sequence that could result in a momentous floor vote in a matter of days. A matter of days. As quoted, the framers of the Constitution prescribed a clear remedy for presidents who so violate their oath of office, said House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler, a Democrat of New York. No one, not even the president, is above the law. Now, his office later posted text of the articles which declare Trump's actions warrant impeachment, trial, and removal from office. Now, the White House swiftly hit back, accusing Democrats of using the Ukraine issue as an excuse for this partisan, gratuitous, and pathetic attempt to overthrow the Trump administration and results of the 2016 election. Folks, what they're trying to do, what the liberals are trying to do, it's kind of funny how he said that, the voters can't decide the elections anymore. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Now if the left feels like a president, or anybody from the left feels like somebody who's elected against them, if they feel like that person shouldn't have won, if they feel like, no fair, they'll blame other countries, other people's involvement. Mind you, this country, the United States, gets involved in other people's elections. But they'll mind anything, even though that Barack Obama and all them, and they got the Steele dossier from Britain, and they've worked along stuff with shady stuff they've done with other countries. With Biden basically saying what he said about, Biden said it was crazy. Biden actually said that he said, goddamn, I got that removed. It's really, really ridiculous. I had $1 billion. Look at me. People stroked my leg, and that's what I got done. Because I'm Joe Biden, and I can do whatever I want to as vice president. I can do a quid pro quo. That's what Biden did. I'm pulling up that clip now so you can see it again. I know I've brought it up, but multiple times, but this is just how it is. This is ridiculous. This is quid pro quo. This is an actual crime that Biden committed, but the Democrats, the liberals, the left want to sweep it under the rug. They absolutely want to sweep what really happened under the rug. And it makes absolutely no friggin' sense.
That we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to the press conference. I said, no, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time. Well, so they made some genuine, substantial changes institutionally and with people.
I mean, that's exactly what they did, folks. That's what Biden did. So he was supposed to give $1 billion, and because he didn't get his way, and because his son was being investigated, he said, I'm about to leave. I'm leaving in 6 hours, and if it ain't done, you ain't getting the money. Ask Barack Obama. That makes Barack Obama the accomplice. He actually committed a crime. But when Donald Trump talked on the telephone and said, hey, Ukraine new president, hey, can you do us a favor, the U.S. a favor? There's been a lot of talk about this, Biden gloating about how he got his son, a lawyer, the guy investigating his son for wrongdoing, basically fired by holding up some money. I'd like to look into this, if you can look into this. Okay, that'd be great if you can. No pressure. That's kind of what it went. It wasn't like, hey, I'm not going to give you $1 billion, Ukraine, if you don't figure out what's going on, like Biden did. But that's what they're trying to use for Donald Trump. That is exactly what they're trying to do with Donald Trump. They're trying to say that somehow what he did, a phone conversation, which Donald Trump has put forth the transcript, he's put forth the phone call, that is what they're trying to do to Donald Trump. Then they said in the video that one of the reasons they want to, first they go, it's not even the phone call. Now it's, let's go back to the foreign government influence, which we already proved was nothing burger. All Russiagate ended up being nothing. But now let's go to that, some pattern of stuff they're making up in their mind. But then let's go to the fact that Donald Trump wouldn't show us all the documents we wanted right away because Donald Trump is the form of government, which is the executive. They are the legislative branch. Okay? And then there's the judicial branch. None of those forms of government, this is what makes us great, the Constitution, everything great, is because none of those are serving in the fancy of the other. It's our checks and balance system. If they had paid attention in school, they would realize why our government works so well. Because of checks and balances. The executive branch does not answer to the legislative branch. The legislative branch does not really answer to the executive branch. None of them answer to the judicial. They all check each other. And so when Donald Trump said, I'm going to a lawyer because I feel like y'all are basically making me, as president, I can do whatever the hell I want to. You're not telling me what to do because if we have a problem, we'll go to the judicial branch and we'll figure this out. This is the same kind of struggle been going on with the wall because Donald Trump's trying to get that wall money. They just now took the $3.6 billion away, again trying to say you can't build a wall with government protection money, which makes no sense because the wall is protection. It's a project for protection, so it makes no damn sense. Why not? So now it is with Donald Trump. I mean, it just makes no sense, folks. All right, so I'm going to finish this pretty quickly. I try to do all these very quick. The White House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Republican from California, also countered at a GOP press conference that Trump's actions are absolutely not impeachable. Other countries admire us because we believe in the rule of law, we believe in due process, but not in Nancy Pelosi's House when she became Speaker. The key Democratic committee leaders, along with the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California, outlined their impeachment plans in a brief and pointed statement in the media earlier Tuesday morning and left without taking questions. Because they don't know how to answer their own questions, really. Now, Nadler previewed 2 articles charging the president with high crimes and misdemeanors. He said the first is dedicated to abuse of power, alleging the president had exercised powers of the office for his personal benefit while ignoring or injuring the public interest. And he said Trump put himself before the country while endangering national security and America's democracy. I want to know how. Because honestly, really, when it comes down to it, you're going to say anybody who's running against the president, you can't investigate them for a crime they actually committed because they're running against the president? I mean, that's bullcrap. That is complete bullcrap. Meanwhile, Trump is engaged in unprecedented, categorical, and indiscriminate defiance of the impeachment inquiry. And he announced the second article focused on obstruction of Congress. The article text posted in his office reflected these statements while alleging in stark terms that Trump has demonstrated that he will remain a threat to the Constitution if allowed to remain in office and acted in a manner grossly incompatible with the self-governance of the rule of law. So, because the president invoked the power of going to the judicial branch to settle issues, they're saying he's obstruction of Congress. Well, the President Trump, his job is not to serve on the fancy of Congress. He does serve the people. The people duly elected this president, and you Democrats lost. You lost. You lost. When are you going to learn that? This is a big nothing burger. Meanwhile, House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, Democrat of California, who's led much of the inquiry, called impeachment an extraordinary remedy. Yeah, stupid. A stupid remedy that you shouldn't be using because you're stupid. He's given us no choice, Schiff said. To do nothing would make ourselves complacent in the president's abuse of his high office. What about the abuse that you have done in your office? We need to vote these MFs out. Vote the MFs out. As someone else said, right? We're going to vote these MFs out of office in 2020. Now, Trump fired back minutes later, blasting the entire inquiry as a witch hunt. It truly is. The same term he used for the Russia investigation, which we know became a nothing burger. By the way, I wrote a book, Russiagate, #Russiagate. Truth, lies, or... Nadler just said I pressured Ukraine to interfere with the 2020 election. Ridiculous. And he knows that's not true. Both the president and foreign minister of Ukraine said many times that there was no pressure, and Nadler and the Democrats know this but refuse to acknowledge. Now, White House Press Secretary Stephen Grissom slammed the announcement as part of the Democrats' bid to overturn the votes of 63 million Americans who supported Trump in 2016. Hey, leftists. I got a message for you. Fuck you. I know who I voted for. I voted for Donald Trump. No foreign influence paid me or made me vote. I also am gay, and I voted for Trump. And there ain't no damn way in hell that somebody else influenced my vote. My vote. And I'm just one out of everybody who voted for. It's bullshit that we have to deal with this for 3 to 4 damn years. Listening to these lies of the left over nothing. Now, if Donald Trump actually committed a crime, I would be with you. But he hasn't done anything. And you haven't proved not one lick of sense or anything at all. You haven't proved not one thing. Where's the proof? Where's the beef? Where? Where is the proof? But my feelings are hurt. My feelings. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Oh, Donald Trump is scary. I can't live. Oh, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to... Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, my God. I'm so scared. Honestly. Really? Really? This is the best you got? Bullcrap. Best you got. Today, in a baseless partisan attempt to undermine a sitting president, Speaker Pelosi and House Democrats announced the predetermined outcome of the sham impeachment, something they have been seeking before President Trump was inaugurated. Now, Republicans have blasted the process as partisan, dubbing the focus group impeachment, which is truth, because they've been shuffling around whatever works. Whatever works, whatever little toppings they can put in this nothing burger to get something to fly and make it taste good. At the end of the day, it's still nothing. In response to reports that Democrats tested different allegations with focus groups, Democrats are moving swiftly ahead with the holiday break. Now, Pelosi directed the Judiciary Committee to proceed with drafting the measures just this week. The clock on the calendar should not be the bias of impeachment. House Judiciary Ranking Member Doug Carlin's, a Republican, told Fox News on America's Newsroom minutes before the announcement, and it is unclear at this point whether Democrats' articles focused on abuse of power and obstruction of Congress could be modified to reach beyond the Ukraine controversy into former Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigations, and the lawmakers did not mention such a step on Tuesday morning, save for a Russian reference by Nadler, despite pressure from many Democrats to link the two. He said the integrity of the next election is at risk from our president, who already saw foreign influence in the 2016 and now 2020 elections, according to Nadler. But Mueller found no evidence of conspiracy or coordination between the members of Trump campaign on Russia in the 2016 presidential election, but left the door open to whether the president obstructed the federal probe, a point the Democrats had made the public hearing phase of the House impeachment inquiry. So what we're saying is, we already went through Russiagate. There was absolutely no influence by the Trump campaign. They found nothing after spending 2-something years on it, but yet they're still trying to say this. And then now the only thing they have for impeachment, really, that could stick is that Donald Trump wouldn't give the information that they want quick enough. And we've already talked about that. As president, he can go to the judicial to make these decisions. He doesn't have to hand every little thing over to the legislative branch. That's what makes our government great. Is our president doesn't have to do everything at the whim of Congress. They need to learn that. Now, absent from the planned charges is a bribery count, which Democrats repeatedly accused the president in regards of high controversial July 25th phone call with the Ukrainian president, in which he pressured him to launch investigation into former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter's dealings with Ukraine. Now, Pelosi held a meeting in her office on Monday night with the chairs of the committees involved in the inquiry after hearing from Nader's panel that featured lawyers laying out their evidence for or against impeachment. Now, in drafting the articles of impeachment, Pelosi is facing a legal and political challenge of balancing the views of the majority while hitting the Constitution's high bar of treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. Now, at the center of the impeachment inquiry is the Trump's effort to press Zelensky to launch politically related investigations regarding Joe Biden's effort to oust a Ukrainian prosecutor who's been looking into the natural gas firm where his son, Hunter, served on the board. Now, the president's request came after millions in U.S. military aid to Ukraine had been frozen, which Democrats have argued shows a quid pro quo arrangement, and Trump has denied any wrongdoing. The impeachment articles unveiled Tuesday accused Trump of soliciting the interference of foreign government and doing so for corrupt purposes, explicitly accusing him of conditioning two official acts, releasing the foreign aid and holding a White House meeting with Zelensky and an announcement of the investigation, and aid was eventually released without such announcement from Ukraine's president. They found nothing, folks. At the end of the day, it's bullcrap. It's just the exercise of wasting our time. If the Democrats really want Trump out, they need to concentrate on 2020. But also, folks, as Republicans, we need our people on the right or anybody who supports Trump, regardless if you consider yourself what political party, if you're tired of what's going on, if you're tired of the lies of the left, it's time to go right. It is really time to go right. Go with the right people, the right candidates, the right people who actually pay attention to the Constitution and really leave this partisan crap out of it. And do what's right. Because if you do right, you go right, you do right, you're going to be right. Donald Trump's doing right. He's making us better. Our country's going to be better. We just got to deal with this turbulence. It's like we're on a Trump train and we're having to deal with little rocks that we have to keep bouncing over. It'd be nice if it was a Trump plane, because then I could say it was turbulence. And those little lefties are the gremlins on the window. They're there. We just have to ignore them. Folks, this is Peter Boykin from MAGA First News. And, well, actually, that's the old one. GoRight with Peter Boykin. Hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin. If you'd like to help us out, you can join our Patreon. It's subscribe to the Patreon. Patreon.com/Peter Boykin. Visit themaganetwork.com. PeterBoykin.com. MAGAFirstNews.com. We also have GoRight.us, MAGA One Radio, which will be coming back, going on really good. So subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please hit the bell notification, hit subscribe. They are trying to limit my voice. You can also join us on Facebook and Telegram. But God bless everybody. Peace. Have a wonderful day, and we'll get through all this together. Peace.
As long as we have pride in our country, confidence in our future, and faith in our God, then America will prevail.